Good afternoon, everybody. It's Mark. Welcome back. Well, I had a chance to check out that Bass Tracker Classic up in Phoenix this week, and I like it. Would I buy one? No, because I have one. Just a different color. But I'll tell you what, if I didn't have this boat, I would be all over it. I would have ordered day one just to ensure a quicker delivery. Mine was just over 6 weeks, which was, I knew that going in. They told me it would be 6 weeks. But what Tracker didn't anticipate was 3,500-ish orders. I don't know what the total was. There's all kinds of speculation on how many, but 3,500 seems like a good number. And the later people ordered, the wait time exponentially expanded. People that ordered March 15th, I think March 16th, I made the video, I should know this, but March 16th, I think, was the deadline for ordering. Those people that ordered in that little time frame didn't get their boats until a few weeks ago. That's something to chew on. I'm not sure that they're going to sell 3,500 of these this year due to the fact that a bunch of people jumped on the Heritage. We'll see what happens, but, Price will sell this boat just like it sold the Heritage. At $12,045 plus tax, license, and applicable fees depending on your area. And the tax rate will also depend on your total out the door price. I had to pay Arizona tax. I had to pay tax for the city of Mesa. It wasn't very much, but they got to get their paws in there somehow. At any rate, let's start talking about the boat. Tracker did finally do something good with the trailer. The new hubcap on the new model. We'll see how those, hold up. They look a little better as far as, they're going to stay on your trailer. The Moon hubcaps were a great idea and they look great in pictures, but a lot of people will attest to having to get new ones because they just flew off driving down the freeway or in the water at the ramp. Everybody has a story where their hubcaps went. So you Bass Tracker Classic folks hopefully won't have to deal with that as well. The graphics package is pretty cool. It's black and red, the boat's gray. The generic look, but I like it. So will the people that buy them. They're going to love their boat. Okay. Now, something that the Tracker Heritage people were kind of baffled by when they took delivery of their boats, and you can see it on this boat even. It's brand new. Nobody's been in it, right? Well, I think due to the nature of the material, the aluminum, whatever they package it with, it's like a white vinyl wrapping. When they put it on a trailer and send it from Missouri to wherever it's going, they're covered in this white plastic. And when they take it off, it leaves this black smudging, for lack of a better word. Some of it comes off and some of it doesn't. I know several Heritage owners, and we all have the same problem. And I think that the Bass Tracker Classic's going to see this too. Why don't the other models Tracker makes have this problem? I believe it's because they're painted and it will come off. It's easier to clean off. Who knows? I am not a metals expert, but that's my guess. If anybody wants to correct me, I would love to hear it. Go ahead and leave it in the comment below. I'll change my way of thinking. The 50 horse outboard, I've never been in a boat with this particular 50 horse. I don't see any serious speed advantage. Maybe a few miles an hour. A few miles an hour, not enough to make me want to trade up. All right. So, just like the Heritage, the new Bass Tracker Classic comes equipped at the dash with the RPM gauge, the horn, a cigarette lighter outlet that you can put an adapter in and do whatever you like. In my boat, I put in a USB adapter instead of the cigarette lighter. You have your lighting switch, you have your bilge and aerator switch, as well as your ignition. And that pretty much sums up the dash. The boat comes equipped with the Lowrance Hook 3X. Most of the people I know, the first upgrade they did on their boat was the fish finders. It's true in my case as well. I just wanted more advancement. Will it work? Yeah, it'll work. As far as fishing goes and consistency, I'm speculative on that, whether it's good enough for what I want. So I got rid of it. I ended up selling it on eBay for $55. I think brand new, they're right around $100. You're going to spend several hundred more dollars than that, though, to upgrade to, anything that has side imaging, down imaging. I think it's 100% worth it, and it really doesn't matter what brand. All right, so there's our live well. Now, the size. Okay, we're going to go ahead and measure this because it doesn't really say. You got 16.5 inches at the top of the live well. At the bottom, you have 12 inches. 16 inches in width by 12 at the bottom. So now what does all that mean? As far as the dimensions? Well, how big a fish do you want to put in it? You catch 5-pound bass a lot or bigger, it's going to be tight, especially if you're in a tournament. Everybody knows you can't weigh dead fish in a tournament, and if your live well's too small, your fish are going to struggle. So that's something to think about. All right, let's talk about the seats. So now that's the Heritage seat, and I really do like these. They're comfortable, they're durable, and, they're a little dirty, but... So the new seats are the exact same seats, they're just gray. They don't have any stitching, they don't have a logo that says Tracker or anything, it's just a generic seat. It is the same seat, nonetheless. The Bass Tracker Classic is equipped with the Minn Kota 45-pound thrust foot control trolling motor. Been updated a little bit, but it's exactly the same as far as functionality. You're going to have a momentum setting and you're going to have a continual setting with an off setting in the middle. The momentum setting, basically, you have to engage the throttle button on the foot pedal to activate the prop. On the continual mode, whatever your dial on the right is, 1 through 5, which are your speeds, once you put it in continual, if you're on 5, your boat's going to go 2.5 miles an hour down the lake. The continual is cool if you're just trying to go across somewhere and you don't have to hold your foot down on the pedal. As far as fishing goes, it's not really a setting for that, I don't think, but I guess you could be trolling or dragging baits across the bottom. It does come with a 4-spot rod holder. In the pictures, they show 3 rods and then your nav light, which is a really good idea. But if you want to carry a 4th rod, like myself, that's how I like to do it. I found that you can put your nav light right up the side of your console on the driver's side, and it'll tuck nicely into one of the panels that are on the floorboard. That gives you the opportunity for a 4th rod in the holder. If you fish in the dark, lighting will be a priority for sure. They come with one little light on the console that barely lights up the floor area of the boat. And as far as space goes in the boat, I've had 2 dudes in this boat, myself and another guy that weighs about 260 pounds, and the boat does just fine. It'll still do 32 miles an hour. Had a question last night about, dude wants to buy a boat, he's a bigger guy. Yeah, absolutely. I'm not a little guy. So, anyway, I'll tell you what. Thanks again for watching. I appreciate all the comments and questions, and I'll continue to answer them to the best of my ability. We'll see you in the future. Thanks again. Bye.